Well, hey, and welcome to another episode of Beetle Dustino, coming at you today with yet another video. We're going to do a collection update video today, a Beatles collection update video, and a Beatles cassette collection update video. But before we get started with that, please let me thank all my subscribers. Thanks to any new subscribers, especially. Boy, the numbers have really been going up in the past few days, weeks, I should say. It seems like every video I put out, I'm getting more and more and more. So I really thank you guys all. I love you helping me build this channel and turn it into some just an informative place, kind of sharing my collection, showing what's out there, and so forth and so on. So just really want to thank everybody for helping build the channel. I know right now we're about a little over 450, so hoping to build it to 500 and then off to that 1,000. So sky's the limit from there, I suppose. So, but anyways, get the thank yous out of the way and just remind everybody, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And do hit the notification bell so you do know when I got new videos coming out, new collection update videos, what's in the rack, what's on the box, so forth and so on. Also, please do leave a like if you like the video and leave a comment. I do love having a discussion with everybody. But anyways, let's get on with this collection update video. I just got to thank my supervisor at work for this one. This is all thanks to him. So big thanks to him. I'm really excited about this. He got me an excellent little update here, a little find here. I'm kind of slowly building a cassette collection. I've been focused more on the CDs and records and stuff, but if I'm seeing cassettes or whatever at a good value, and he got it at a great value, I'm going to pick them up. And he came to me the other day at work, and I just was getting logged in and set up and ready to go, and he walks over to me and puts his phone down on the desk with a picture open. He says, "Hey, would you be interested in these?" And it had a picture of all kinds of Beatles cassettes laid out, and I went, "Yeah." And I said, "How much?" And he goes, "Nothing, don't worry about it." Next day I come in and there's a box sitting on my desk all taped up. He had it sealed, ready to go for me. I open it up and find these in here, and not only are these Beatles cassettes, which when I do look out in the stores and stuff, they're hard to find. They're not easy to find. I can find cassettes of a lot of other people. Most of the record shops in our area here, it seems like if I find a Beatles cassette, I'm like, oh, I'm all excited. And then I open it up and it's just the case, no cassette. So I found that a couple of times. I don't look too hard for him. Yeah, he got me a nice little stack here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different albums, but quite a few cassettes. And you'll see in a second why. And these are all the newer ones too, which actually are the best sounding. If you are going to collect cassettes for playing, these would probably be the ones that you'd want. These are probably the newest Beatles cassettes. And I was a little shocked with this one in there when I figured out how new it is. This is Meet the Beatles, of course, the Capitol album. And I kind of thought they discontinued these after the CDs came out in '87. I thought that, you know, this was kind of the UK albums are kind of the way we're going to go. And so forth, you know, the Capitol US albums are going to be discontinued. But yeah, I guess we still got Meet the Beatles. And what I figured out on Discogs, this is a '92 release. Similar to the CDs, I figured out, if you see the Apple on the labels, or as I'll show you the cassette here soon. I'll show you side one there first. If you see, the Apple should be over there by my thumb. If you see the Apple, that's probably a reissue of whatever that is. And these do got all the Dolby noise reduction, XDR, all that. So if you got a good player, a good cassette player, which any new ones that are out on the market are not going to have any of this. And the new cassettes that are coming out don't have any of this either because it lives in the contracts with Dolby and so forth and so on. Yeah, if you do got an older cassette deck that's got all the noise reduction and stuff, these are going to sound pretty good. I've seen some places that say that these are almost CD level quality, almost. I mean, no cassette's ever going to be that good. I'll show you the J card here real quick. This one's really not much on it. I think I did show you the spine earlier. Yeah, the track listing there. And yeah, these are in just fantastic shape. I was talking to my supervisor the other day, asked him if it was all right if I mentioned about him giving me these. He was all excited about it. He said, yeah, go ahead. That's cool. I said, I can't believe the shape they're in. They're fantastic. Almost like they just came out of the shrink wrap. Next one I got, as I'll get on with the story here, got Sgt Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And this one also is a 92. I don't see the Apple logo though. Oh no, wait. I take that back. Oh, there's the Apple logo. I knew it was somewhere on there. I know there's one of these that's the 88 release, I believe. But there's the cassette. Pull out the J card and everything there. And this is pretty cool how it folds out. So just like your albums and stuff, instead of the gatefold, I guess you got that there. It does got all the lyrics in there. Boy, that's hard to see, but it's there. In a magnifying glass, I suppose. I remember as a kid sitting, listening to my cassettes and studying the card there and everything. There is Sgt Pepper's, and there was another Sgt Pepper's. Now this one's the only one that's got any, I'm not going to show you much more on it. This is the only one the J card was torn. That's about all I'll show you on that, but otherwise it's in fantastic shape. So I guess I got two of that one. And then next up, we got Magical Mystery Tour. And this one, of course, was the only Capitol album that was brought into the modern era once the CDs were released. But like I said, I guess I'm confused because, and this one's just got a blank J card on it, not much with that one. I'll show you it out of the case there. And then this next one I was very excited about because I've seen stuff like this with the 8 tracks or so forth and so on, where it's a double album, and you might find part 1 or part 2. Well, we got the Beatles, aka the White Album, part 1. I'll set this up right. Part 2. So we got both. So kind of interesting how they did that. We'll show you spine of part 1. And side 1 and side 2 of part 1. That's one unfortunate thing, not much on the J card there, considering how much you got with the album and even the CDs when they came out. They tried to kind of make that a pretty premium album. Well, there's part 2. Spine there. And it does have it side 1 and side 2. And again, just a blank J card. I suppose I won't pull those out if they're blank. I'll show you the back there again. I don't know if I showed that too well. And then up next he had Let It Be. And I believe this one is an 88 release from what I figured out. So it's still the Dolby XDR, all that. I don't see the Apple logo on it anywhere. Just the Capitol. But yeah, there's Let It Be again, just a blank J card on it. And then the next two got Beatles 1962 to 1960. I always get that wrong. 66. There we go. I think Past Masters went to about 65. And then part 2. So really interesting how they did part 2 on this. And it's kind of upside down there even. There we go. I'll show that. There we go. So I'll show you the spine, the back with the track listings there. Show you part 2. So again, a double album with both of the albums. I don't think that one's, no it is, yeah. And then this one does actually have a really nice fold out, and it keeps going and going and going like that Energizer bunny. All right. Okay, and then we'll show you part 2. And there's the tape and the labels and everything. And this one's got quite a fold out too. So pretty unimaginative on the cover itself, but this one's nice with some pictures and stuff plus the lyrics. And if you got the red album, the blue album shouldn't be too far behind. So there we go. Beatles 1967 to 1970. The blue album, part 1 and part 2. There we go. So there's the cassette. And we'll fold out the J card here. Boy, how they figured to fold all these. These longer ones. Kind of afraid to unfold it. I probably won't do this too often, just because I kind of perforated the edges of these. I remember even back in the day when I had cassettes, I always wondered why they perforated them, because to me that meant they would kind of come undone a little easier. I remember several of mine did back then. And we'll do part 2. Side 1 and side 2. And we'll fold it out. Maybe. There we go. Lyrics, pictures. And just lyrics. Yeah, my current Beatles cassette collection is pretty much limited to what my parents had. So it is, believe it or not, Beatles 1967 to 1970. The Blue Album, they got an older version, though, that was done on a single cassette. So all one cassette. I think some of the tracks were a little altered, just kind of make it fit there a little better. Yeah, I've got that somewhere hidden in the house. I got to find it again. And they did have a copy of Abbey Road, too. And that, again, was an older one, too, not these newer ones here, probably like 70s at some point. I don't know. I guess I got to dig it out and figure it out. I know I got the case somewhere near, which why I don't got the cassette out somewhere. I don't know. I'll find it, though. It's probably in another case. That's how you did when you were a kid. You were listening to the one, whatever you grabbed first, just for quickness, I guess. So it's probably in the other case, whatever else I was last listening to. So, but anyways, there's my little Beatles cassette collection update. Again, thank you so much to my supervisor at work. That was just amazing. It's great coming into work and, you know, having somebody like that that's looking out for you, and that he knows I'm a fan and kind of hooked me up there. So, and when I found out what he paid for, he got a whole lot of these cassettes. He told me he was at some church rummage sale thing, and he said there was just a whole table just filled with cassettes, and he kind of kept going and looking at them. And he went back a second time, a different day or the same day or something, and one of the ladies working there asked him, said, "Hey, are you interested in these?" And he said, "Well, yeah, you know, a few of them." And she said, "Well, no, I mean all of them." And she sold them all to him for $20, I guess, is what he told me. And he spent one afternoon out in his backyard cleaning them all up. Some of them were quite dusty and kind of beat up, and the really bad beat up ones, he said, he just kind of tossed out. But he's got, I guess, just all these cassettes, and he organized them. I guess he pulled out all the Beatles to give to me here, and he asked me, the other band he said he got a lot of was AC/DC. He asked me if I'm a fan, and I do like AC/DC, a little Akadaka. And so I got a feeling I might be seeing a box of those sitting on my desk when I get into work one day. Anyways, yeah, quite impressive little haul there on that. I'm very excited to add these to my collection. Any physical media I can update into my collection, and one day the holy grail is a physical media. I'm gonna get searching for reel-to-reels. Oof. Those are gonna be interesting to find. But I do got 2 reel-to-reel players sitting in this house that I got to see if I can get working, so that would be a good excuse to get those working and then really get looking for that. Anyways, I'm going to get signing off. Once again, want to thank my supervisor for supplying these. He is a subscriber, so thanks for subscribing. I want to thank all my other subscribers, especially those new ones, helping build this channel up. Let's keep it going. Let's hit that 500. I don't think that's that hard of a goal right now. I think it's going to happen very soon, the way things are going. So please, when you do subscribe too, if you haven't yet, please hit the notification bell so you do get notifications when I do got new videos, collection updates, what's on the rack, like I said before. And do leave a like if you liked it. If you stuck around to this point, you must like it. So please give me a like, and please leave a comment too. Let me know, you know, how's your cassette collection going? Let me know if I'm right. Are these pretty good sounding cassettes? Have you got all the right equipment and such? Which I believe I do. I just got to get the old tape deck working there. I don't know if it's got quite the XDR and everything, but it's at least got Dolby on it. It's early 80s, so I don't know when that XDR came out. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know the cassette deck is early 80s, so, and a nice Pioneer set. Unfortunately, I have my dad's old stereo there. That's about the only bit we couldn't get going. It powers up and everything. You hit play, it spins about that much and then stops. So, and no, I did not test any Beatles cassettes on that. I found an old personally recorded one that I tested on that. So trust me, I'm not putting any of these in there until I know I got it working. So, but now I got a good excuse to get that working too. So, and listen to some of these cassettes. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling here. I'm going to get signing out, but I'm Beatle Destino, signing out.